Have you ever noticed how insecurity often whispers louder than reason itself? It appears at the most unexpected moments, before an important decision, a difficult conversation, or even in those moments when the mirror seems harsher than usual. But what few understand is that insecurity doesn't have to be an enemy. It can be an invitation, a call to develop courage, self-mastery, and wisdom. Stoic philosophy teaches us that we cannot control what the world does, but we can master how we react. And it is precisely in this silent mastery that true freedom is born. When we learn to listen more, feel less rushed, and act with purpose, life becomes simpler. What was once fear transforms into resilience. What was doubt into inner strength. This guide is a path for those who want to exchange the noise of comparison for the tranquility of confidence. You'll discover, step by step, how to transform each insecure thought into a stepping stone to growth, until serenity becomes your natural state. It doesn't promise to eliminate insecurity, but to convert it into a discreet ally, capable of driving your evolution. Ready to get started? Listen more than you speak. Insecurity often pushes us onto the stage prematurely. We want to prove we know, that we have something to say, as if silence diminishes our value. But those who learn to listen discover a rare power, that of perception. Listening attentively is an act of courage and self-mastery, because it requires letting go of the urge to justify ourselves. And the more we listen, the more wisdom we gain, without having to raise our voices. Try this test. In your next conversation, take a deep breath before responding. Observe the other person's tone, gestures, and pauses. You'll notice that true communication isn't found in the words spoken, but in the intentions revealed amidst the silence. This simple practice brings contentment and humility, virtues that strengthen emotional resilience. Those who master their own silence master the path to their own peace. Don't let others dictate your emotions. Insecurity is a subtle thief. It steals our peace when we give up control of our feelings to others. All it takes is a sly criticism or a disapproving look for our mood to plummet. Epictetus once said, "Those who become irritated by what they cannot change become slaves to their own impulses." Being emotionally strong is a daily exercise in courage and self-control, like maintaining your center even in the face of headwinds. When someone tries to provoke you, remember that power lies in responding, not attacking. Practice strategic silence, the kind that comes from wisdom, not pride. Observe your feelings, breathe, and choose to react purposefully. This inner freedom is the foundation of resilience. You no longer depend on others' behavior to maintain your balance. And the more you free yourself, the simpler and lighter life becomes. Accept the worst and disarm fear. Much of our insecurity stems from trying to escape the inevitable. We spend hours imagining what could go wrong, as if anticipating disaster would protect us from it. But the Stoic learns the opposite. By accepting the worst-case scenario, they free themselves from fear. Facing the possibility of loss, error, or rejection is an act of courage, because by doing so, you regain control of your own mind. Try a simple exercise. Think about the situation you fear most and ask yourself, what if this actually happens? Visualize the outcome, accept it, and realize that, even then, you will still exist, whole, resilient, capable of starting over. This acceptance dissolves anxiety and restores the joy of living in the present. When fear loses its power, true freedom emerges. The freedom to act with serenity, without needing guarantees. Failure is a stepping stone, not an end. Insecurity hates failure because it mistakes it for a sentence. But making mistakes is just part of the process, and often the best teacher we'll ever have. No path to wisdom is paved with uninterrupted success. Each stumble reveals something about who we are and what we still need to refine. It is in the humble acknowledgement of failures that true courage to continue is born. If a project goes awry, don't blame yourself. Learn from it. Analyze what went wrong, adjust your course, and move forward with purpose. This is the art of resilience, turning each failure into a foundation. Remember that failure only weighs heavy when we carry it with wounded pride. When we treat it with simplicity and lightheartedness, it becomes fuel for self-mastery and wisdom. After all, those who fall and get up are no longer the same, they are stronger. Simplicity is the most sophisticated of riches. Insecurity convinces us that we need more achievements, more possessions, more recognition. But the more we accumulate, the further we move away from inner peace. Stoic wisdom reminds us that the essential is invisible to excess. Simplifying isn't losing. It's gaining space to breathe, feel, and live with ease. True wealth lies in needing little and enjoying much. Start small. Eliminate the noise, an unnecessary obligation, an object that takes up more time than it delivers, a habit that doesn't do any good. Simplicity is a daily practice of self-mastery and freedom. When we learn to live with what is necessary, we discover genuine contentment, the kind that doesn't depend on applause. And the simpler our life, the grander our soul becomes. Humility is the soil where wisdom flourishes. Insecurity tries to convince us that we need to appear great to be valued. But true growth comes when we stop proving and start learning. Humility opens the door for wisdom to enter. It's the fertile ground where the ego is silenced and the spirit flourishes. Being humble isn't about diminishing yourself. It's about having the courage to recognize that there's still room for improvement. When you listen without defending yourself, admit a mistake, or accept advice, you are practicing self-mastery and courage. Humility liberates us because it frees us from the need to always be right. It is in it that resilience is born, the strength of those who prefer growth to winning arguments. And the more humble we become, the simpler, lighter, and wiser we feel, ready to learn from life itself. Fortune can be a trap. Insecurity loves to disguise itself as ambition. It makes it seem like the more we have, the more secure we'll be, but the truth is the opposite. When personal worth depends on a bank balance or the shine of possessions, any loss becomes a threat to identity. Wisdom lies in realizing that the gold that truly sustains life is invisible. Serenity, contentment, and purpose. Cultivating simplicity is the antidote to this trap. Use money as a tool, not a mirror of value. Epictetus said that true freedom lies in needing little, and he was right. Those who are content with the essentials live in peace, because they neither fear lack nor become enslaved by excess. Inner security arises when we understand that having is unstable, but being is unshakable. Don't place everything on a single hope. Insecurity often clings to a single outcome, as if happiness depended on something specific working out. But when we place all the weight of our peace on a single expectation, any frustration becomes an abyss. Wisdom lies in cultivating flexibility, understanding that life changes course, and that each detour can hide a new opportunity for growth and self-mastery. When something doesn't go as expected, breathe and accept it. Allow yourself to begin again without guilt or resistance. Resilience is strengthened when we stop fighting the inevitable and choose to flow with courage. Remember, the sea doesn't despair at the waves. It simply rides them until they pass. Likewise, the purpose is not to control, but to move forward with ease and freedom. Remember your mortality. Insecurity fears the end because it believes life is only valuable if it is long, perfect, and flawless. But remembering one's own finitude is one of the greatest acts of wisdom. When we accept that we are fleeting, each moment gains intensity and purpose. Suddenly, what seemed urgent becomes small, and what is simple, a sunset, a sincere conversation, reveals its quiet grandeur. The Stoics called this reminder memento mori, the invitation to live consciously. Thinking about death isn't being pessimistic. It's having the courage to see life as it is, brief, precious, and unpredictable. This vision brings contentment and freedom because it frees us from the fear of loss. Those who live knowing that time is finite choose more carefully, and with more love what truly matters. A contented spirit is a stronghold. Insecurity pushes us to always strive for more, as if contentment were something we can achieve later. But wisdom teaches us that true strength comes from within. Those who value what they already have build a shelter for their soul. Contentment is a shield against comparisons, external pressures, and the anxiety that silently corrodes. It transforms the present into a safe haven. Practicing gratitude daily is a simple way to strengthen this strength. Notice the small victories, the sincere relationships, the learning each day. This habit fosters resilience and emotional freedom. The more we recognize the value of the present, the less room insecurity finds to grow. A contented spirit is not passive. It is powerful, peaceful, and prepared for any challenge. Guilt is a maze and you hold the key. Insecurity loves to feed on guilt, repeating mistakes and reliving past moments as if they could be rewritten. This cycle suffocates peace and blocks action. Stoic wisdom teaches that recognizing, repairing, and moving forward is true liberation. Each conscious step is an act of courage, resilience, and self-mastery, transforming burdens into learning experiences. Try observing your feelings without judgment. Accept that you made a mistake, do what you can to correct it, and then let go. This simple practice generates contentment and inner freedom. Those who learn from their mistakes don't allow themselves to be imprisoned by the past. Guilt loses its power when we replace it with conscious action and firm purpose, making room for a lighter, stronger spirit. Choose to be close to those who lift you up. Insecurity thrives in toxic environments, where constant comparisons and criticism erode confidence. Surrounding yourself with inspiring people is an act of courage and self-mastery, because it requires choosing your company wisely. Friends, mentors, and colleagues who encourage us help build resilience and strengthen our spirit, reminding us who we truly are, without masks or excuses. Practice this in your daily life. Notice who drains you and who inspires you. Choose to be around those who celebrate your progress and offer sincere support, even without applause. This simple choice brings emotional freedom and contentment, creating a safe environment for growth. Remember, healthy relationships not only comfort you, but also foster courage and humility, making you stronger in life. Your reaction defines the course of your life. We don't control everything that happens, but we do control how we react. Insecurity tends to act impulsively, letting disordered emotions dictate choices. Wisdom, on the other hand, observes, considers, and responds clearly. Each reaction is a trace in the design of one's own destiny, and choosing consciously is an act of courage and self-mastery. Practice pausing before acting, even in challenging situations. Ask yourself, does this reaction strengthen or weaken me? Developing this awareness transforms frustration into learning and fear into opportunity. Those who control their responses are not slaves to chance, but builders of their own freedom. Resilience comes from consistently acting with purpose, not from the expectation of perfect results. Honor your duty even when no one sees. Insecurity seeks constant recognition, waiting for applause to validate efforts. But integrity is silent and powerful. Fulfilling one's duty out of one's own conviction is an exercise in courage, self-control, and resilience. This habit strengthens inner confidence, the kind that doesn't depend on the approval of others, but on the coherence between words and actions. Start with small tasks that require discipline, even without witnesses. It could be organizing your finances, studying daily, or keeping a promise to yourself. Each consistent act builds an invisible foundation of wisdom and freedom. Those who honor their responsibilities in silence learn that true value lies in right action, not recognition, and find contentment in their own commitment. Ignore the hate and go your way. Insecurity wants to retaliate, trapping us in resentment and conflict. But hatred only consumes energy and drives away peace. Ignoring provocations and following your path is an act of courage and self-control. Silence becomes a shield, and inner tranquility becomes victory. The more we practice this attitude, the more resilience and freedom we gain. Practice walking away from arguments that don't add up and notice the difference it makes in your life. Redirect your energy to actions that truly matter, creating, learning, growing. Those who master their own responses don't let themselves be swept away by other people's venom. Contentment arises when we choose the path of serenity, strengthening the spirit and consolidating personal wisdom. True friendship is a shield. Insecurity tends to isolate, creating walls that separate us from those who can strengthen us. True friends act as shields. They remind us of our essence when fear or doubt distort us. Being close to people who support us is an act of courage and self-mastery, which strengthens resilience and brings contentment. Practice valuing those who truly matter, offering reciprocity and genuine presence. True friendship teaches humility, patience, and quiet courage. Having trusted allies transforms obstacles into surmountable challenges. When we allow ourselves to be seen and supported, we create inner freedom and build a solid network that protects and inspires. There is always light, even in darkness. Insecurity believes that pain is permanent, that difficult moments define our lives. But even in chaos, there is learning and opportunity for growth. Acknowledging difficulty without giving in is an act of courage and self-mastery. Resilience is born when we transform fear into wisdom and despair into a new beginning. Practice finding meaning in every challenge, no matter how small. This could mean reflecting, writing, meditating, or talking to someone you trust. Each act of paying attention to the present strengthens the spirit and expands inner freedom. Those who find light even in the darkness build lasting contentment and maintain serenity, even when everything around them seems uncertain. Let go of what you can't control. Insecurity arises from the attempt to control the uncontrollable: people, events, outcomes. Epictetus teaches us that true freedom lies in focusing on what depends on us: thoughts, choices, and actions. Letting go of what is beyond our control is an act of courage, resilience, and self-mastery. It is in this act that the mind finds peace and the spirit, lightness. Start by identifying what you're trying to control in vain and practice accepting it. Breathe, observe, and redirect your energy toward what you can truly influence. This daily practice strengthens wisdom and inner contentment. Those who let go of the uncontrollable discover genuine freedom, living with purpose, serenity, and confidence, regardless of external circumstances. Transforming insecurity into quiet strength begins within you. Each teaching, each reflection, each suggested practice is an invitation to take control of your life, cultivating courage, resilience, and self-mastery. Ask yourself, am I allowing my reactions and choices to be guided by fear or wisdom? Am I surrounded by people who strengthen me or by relationships that drain my energy? Now it's time to act. Try putting into practice at least one of the principles that resonated most with you today. Reflect daily on your reactions, accept your own finiteness, and cultivate contentment with the present. If you enjoyed this guide, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to see more content that helps transform insecurity into unshakable confidence and true purpose.